Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how I am managing time between my three careers, and in this video, you will find some rules that will help you in better time management as well. Whether you are juggling between different jobs, whether you want to have a side gig on top of your job or on top of your full-time studies as well. So currently I am running one brand called Digital Nomad Academy, in which I help people craft their own laptop lifestyles. Another brand that I currently run is Ultimate Academy, in which me and my fellow teachers create best in the world accelerated learning courses on test prep. And the third career that I have is that I train government officials around the world at least 1 week every month, where I fly to that country and teach them how they can adopt digital technologies and make their cities into smart cities. So I have three full-time careers, and I will admit a lot of times it becomes a big overwhelming mess in my head, but then I look up to people like Elon Musk who are running three multi-billion-dollar careers. Each of these companies, they are just, I was like, okay, who am I to complain? I just need to have better rules, better ways of managing time. And I'll admit, over the last few years, I have developed some rules that have helped me. And through this video, I'm sharing with you guys, and they will help you as well in managing your time better. So let's dive into the video. My rule number one is called day blocking. Here's the thing. We cannot multitask. If you think you're good at multitasking, that's actually because you're doing a lot of admin stuff. We can only do multitasking when we are doing a lot of admin stuff, which is repetitive, which is boring day after day. For anything that requires deep thinking, focus, creativity, or has disproportionate results, we cannot multitask. Our minds are not like computers where multiple tasks can be running together. We can only focus on one task actively. There's a concept called attention residue, and that concept tells us that if we shift from one task to another within the day, let's say, some part of the previous task is always processing in our minds at the back of our heads. What that does is that it will never let us enter the flow state, the deep focus state of the task that we are doing at our hands. Over time, it becomes overwhelming. It starts becoming more crowded in your head. So the strategy is day blocking. So for example, in my case, how this works is that on Monday and Tuesday, I will only do Digital Nomad Academy stuff. On Wednesday and Thursday, I'll only do Ultimate Academy stuff. On Friday, I'll come back to only Digital Nomad Academy stuff. And on Saturday, I'll do Ultimate Academy stuff as well. And Sunday is my day off. Now, it can be 3 days and 3 days, but I do 2 days, 1 day, 2 day, 1 day, just because I feel like if I'm working on something from Monday to Wednesday and I only have to come back to it on next Monday, I'll have to recall a lot of stuff and have to just spend like Monday morning and just recalling, okay, what was I doing? It will just go back so much in my brain. But that's very subjective. The lesson here is to completely block days. So for example, if you're a student and if you have classes on 4 days in the university, those 4 days are your study days. In the evenings, in the breaks, do the assignments, prepare for exams, do everything in those 4 days. It's not like I will study for 4 days and then all the assignments and everything I'll do on the weekend. You're gonna actually take your entire week doing study stuff. Similarly, you're at a job and you have, let's say, 4-day work or 5-day work, and thinking that on the evenings, you're gonna then help develop your side income or side gig, it's not gonna happen. We've all been there, we've all tried, it doesn't work like that. So have dedicated days. If you're working 5 days a week, then you're working at a job 5 days a week. If you're studying 4 days, do everything related to study work in those 4 days. And then either 1 day on the weekend or 2 days on the weekend or 3 days if you're a student, those are your dedicated days to work on your personal brand, on your side income, on your freelancing or anything else. So in my case, over the normal weeks, this is how it goes. 2 days, 1 day, 2 day, 1 day for my both brands. And the week that I'm traveling to give talks, that entire week is blocked for nothing else but those smart city consultancy work. I don't take my work of my online brands with me when I travel, because again, I don't want to have shallow work in any of the brands. So that's rule number one, day blocking. The second rule I've developed over the years takes a lot of upfront work, but it frees up your time like nothing else. And that rule is automation. So imagine a user in my ecosystem. Imagine a random user who has seen one of my Facebook or Instagram ads and jumped onto my blog. On the blog, he was reading a blog, he liked it, he read a few other blogs, he liked them. He then put in his email address to subscribe to my email list. Then over the next many months, he's receiving 3 emails per week from me in his inbox that are sharing with him different blog posts, different YouTube videos, and also the sales emails for my online courses. One day, he decides that he wants to take my course. He goes onto my course page, he makes the payment online, he makes his account, gets the login, and starts studying. Over the next 4 to 8 weeks, he studies, prepares, uses the course for whatever reason he's bought the course, appears in exam or apply for the job that whatever he was studying for, and he nails it. He writes me an email, he's like, your course changed my life. All this entire process, from the time that user first saw my ad on Instagram and Facebook and then went to the blog and then email list and getting those emails and payment and creating account and studying and all this, I do not do any of this step manually. I have not personally interacted with the user in any of these steps because this entire chain is automated. And it has taken a lot of time in automating it. But the lesson here is that we're the first generation of entrepreneurs, first generation of people who have the luxury to automate 90 to 95% of all the work that people before us used to spend their time on. The lesson here is that tools are available today, web tools, course making tools, sign up tools, ads tools, all the tools are available today that help you automate every single process that exists. Of course, it takes some work to actually develop processes or use these tools, but that's fine. That's what you're putting up front. That's what you're actually working on, because these things then have returns for you over many, many years later. So the goal here is that to access multiple careers or multiple sources of income, you need to focus on automation. It will take some time upfront, a few months, 2 to 3 months roughly, but it will free you up for many more projects, many more sources of income over the long run. And my last rule for working on multiple careers at the same time is to not do it alone. Instead, do it with team members. And my team members are usually students or people in their early 20s who have just graduated out of university. So I work with these people because they bring in hunger and enthusiasm like no one else. And I don't work with them on monthly salaries or full-time jobs yet. Instead, what I'm doing with them is that I am working with them on project basis, but I've been working with the same people over months and months and months, sometimes over years as well. Because over time, what I'm realizing is that I don't like working with people on Fiverr and Upwork every time I have a new task. Instead, I like to train the same people that I've been working with on these new tasks. What happens is that over time, these people end up learning my thinking patterns, the way my brands work. They actually start owning up different areas of brand, and that gives them the creative freedom, the experimental mindset to test new ideas. In the long run, my goal with them is that they should be becoming entrepreneurs. They should be having their own laptop lifestyle. They should be having their own personal brands. Hence, I like working with them because I can see their journey of progression as well. And what I get is that I get trust. These people trust me. They care for the brands and they actually become like stakeholders in the growth of the brands. So rule number 3 is to not do it alone, but actually do it with people who you can over time develop into a bond that goes way beyond just that task at hand. You're invested in journeys, they're invested in your journeys, and it makes the entire process so much more fun actually. So today, most of the stuff which is copywriting, designing for ads, website work, writing articles, I'm not doing alone. Actually, I'm working with someone on these. So in summary, there are 3 rules that have helped me develop this multiple sources of income and multiple careers over the last few years, and that is day blocking, automation. Remember, 90 to 95% of the work can be automated, and not doing it alone. I hope there are lessons for you in this video as well, that if you're in the full-time job or you are a full-time student, you want to develop a side source of income, or you already have one source of income and you want to have multiple sources of income, these are the 3 rules that you can apply as well. Again, tell me in the comments what else you would like me to make videos on, and if you like this video as well, please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because I am putting amazing video for you every week on my channel, Mr. Nomad. See you.